Geronimo Stilton, Ghost Pirate Treasure. A package from the sky. The streets in New Mouse City were dark and quiet when the clock struck midnight. Every mouse was snoring in bed, dreaming of cheese sandwiches. Almost every window in the city was shrouded in darkness. Only one light burned that night. Mine. Oops, I almost forgot to tell you who I am. My name is Stilton, Geronimo Stilton. I ran the Rodents Gazette, the most famous newspaper on Mouse Island. My light was on because I was working late at the office on an important article. The subject matter of the article was making me a little nervous. Why? I will tell you the headlines. New Mouse City's greatest criminals. You see, I'm not the kind of mouse who's courageous. Even the names of those mean rats scare me silly. In fact, my tail goes limp when I just look at them. Barry Bad Guy, Roy the Rat Burglar, and Gary Gangster. Eeks! I felt faint, so I opened the window to get some air. A gust of wind cooled me off, and I lovingly looked down at my sleeping city. Then I noticed dark clouds moving across the sky. The air became cold. Without warning, heavy rain poured down from above. I watched the rain fall, lost in thought, when suddenly, bang, a package fell from the sky. I let out a frightened scream. I held out my paws and caught the package. Then I looked up to see who had dropped it and saw two tiny bat wings zigzagging away through the raindrops. Flap, flap, flap. It was Bitewing Kraplaun Cactus Bat. I closed the window and opened the coffin-shaped package. Inside were a notebook, and a moldy piece of cheese that stunk like a sweaty socks after a football game. The note read, "To my little cheese muffin, Geronimo. Here's my new adventure. Publish it immediately. I also sending you a delicious piece of 400-year-old cheese. Happy snacking." I was insulted. She expected me to eat a piece of cheese that was 4 centuries old? That stinky stuff is unsafe to eat unless you're a mummified mouse. Then again, I could always add it to my collection of antique cheese rinds. I put the buttered cheese aside and picked up the notebook, which smelled just like the cheese. Even so, I kept reading until the sun came up. It has an awful stench, but I mused to myself. My sister Thea, a special correspondent at the Rodents Gazette, interrupted my thoughts. "What's that awful smell?" she squealed walking into my office. I gave her the notebook and she read the story. "The notebook has a dreadful smell, but it's a beautiful story," she said with admiration. My nephew Benjamin and his friend Bugsy Wugsy read it next. "It has a dreadful smell, but it's a beautiful story," they both said. My co-workers read it while pinching their noses. "It has a dreadful smell, but it's a beautiful story," they all agreed. When my cousin Trap entered the office, he sniffed the air. "What a delightful smell!" he exclaimed. Then he picked up the piece of cheese on my desk and ate it in one gulp. I think his stomach must be made of iron. Since everyone liked the story, I decided to publish Krapla's book. Its title, Ghost Pirate Treasure. You're holding it in your hot little paws right now. The only thing left for you to do is read it. I hope you like it as much as Trap enjoyed that stinky cheese.
We will read about the Ghost Pirate Treasure written by Grabella in the next video. Please subscribe our channel.